I'm excited about the win. I knew it was going to be a tough game. I knew we needed to be really solid defensively, and for the majority of the game we were. Really proud of our team. I thought we were alert and aware and took care of the basketball, so just really happy for our team to get this win.
How proud are you of your inside game with the 44 points in the paint?
You can pick up a stat sheet and look at a lot of different things, and you can look at the 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. But the way I look at this, our team is doing a great job getting the ball to the paint and being physical, getting ourselves to the free throw line, and we're taking what we need to take. We're not forcing a lot of things. We're looking to pass inside. We're penetrating inside. I'm proud of that. I love the style that we're playing right now.
Coach, it seemed like there was a long stretch there in the first half where you guys had a lid on the basket. And it seemed like you had a couple of shot clock violations that you forced. They were really getting deep into the shot clock on a lot of those possessions. Is that what happens when a team really gets uncomfortable and they don't get good looks?
Yeah, I thought in the first half we had some execution breakdowns offensively a few times where we weren't all on the same page, so then our spacing wasn't great, and they were denying a little bit of ball reversal, so we weren't getting ball movement. So we had a few possessions early on that just bogged us down. I thought we did a better job of that throughout the game. To start the game, we were getting good looks. They just weren't going in, and that's why I told the team, hey, I can't draw up a play to get a better 2-footer than you just had. So, we felt like we were going to be able to get those looks and just needed to knock them down.
The team only had 11 fouls and 8 turnovers. I mean, how much have you guys emphasized discipline and taking care of the ball and things like that?
Well, we talk about taking care of the ball often, and we have penalties for turnovers in practice a lot of times. And this should be a low turnover team. The way we play, we should be a low turnover team. And then defensively, I feel like we know the scouting report really well. One of the things, statistically, Southern Illinois doesn't get to the free throw line a lot, so I don't want to, we may not have done anything special on our part defensively, but I think we were at least smart and didn't try to bail them out too often with fouls.
Seems like when they were starting to make a run, Maya really jumped in and came up big for you.
Yeah, it's good to be able to have confidence in your bench. And when we put players in, we feel like they're going to make plays. And, she came in, one of the things that she does really well is push the tempo and facilitate, but obviously you saw her come in and knock down some jumpers, which she's very capable of doing. And I think, the more she does that, the more confidence she's getting, and the better she's playing. So I think she's been really good for us coming off the bench the last few games.
What does it mean for you to reach 100 wins with the Lady Bears?
Well, I mean, it's a nice milestone. I was joking with Tom Ladd about at my radio show, if winning 100 games was my goal, then I would probably schedule a lot differently than we schedule. So I think we're just trying to win games, and it's all about the players that you have, because they're the ones that go out there and make the plays. But to have milestones at a university like Missouri State, that's special. I mean, this is a really special program and special university. I'm thrilled to be a part of it.
So it sounds like it's pretty important also that you're 3-0 in Valley play, correct?
Well, the most important
Yes.
thing is that we're 3-0 in Valley play. Or maybe even more important than that, that our players are playing well and feeling good about how they're playing. I think they're carrying a lot of confidence on the court right now, and I love to see that.
Coach, can you just speak a little bit about what the WeBack patent means to you?
Yeah, so for me to be able to be part of an initiative to support my coach was really special. And I have to admit that the orange did look really good out there today. Our players in warm-ups brought back some fond memories with that color out there. So, she meant so much to me, so much to women's basketball, so much to sports, to women. I mean, just the list is endless. And, if this is just one small way we can give back to her foundation, we want to be able to do that. She was amazing.
With a young team, as you go on the road in the Valley for the first time, how much do you rely on your upperclassmen to really help prepare those other kids?
Well, I'm hoping that our rigorous travel schedule in the preseason will help our players, and we'll fall back to that a little bit with how we prepared on the road and how we traveled. And then obviously our upperclassmen, which is few and far between, but our upperclassmen will really set the tone on how we travel and what shoot-arounds look like on the road. And we try as a staff to keep things as consistent as possible. We don't want things to look a lot different from a home game to a road game, so that our players are comfortable with what we're doing. But obviously, when you're on the road, there needs to be a little discipline. When you get in a hotel, they got to make sure they're going to bed and not keeping each other up all night, and you're eating well, and hopefully we'll be very mature and handle a road trip.
Coach, on a bit of a different subject, Bree Ellis obviously has a very unique journey to here, and while minutes are kind of limited, she always seems to be the first person giving encouragement or advice along the sideline. What kind of role does she play? What does she bring to this team?
Well, Bree's here because of her positivity. Everybody loves her. She is a great team player, and she can do some things, and she can really shoot the basketball. But her minutes have been limited because we've got other folks that are really producing. But Bree has a great attitude, great mindset, and really accepts that role. And, I think you always see a smile on her face. And I think every team needs somebody that they can count on no matter what. They're going to be there with that smile, moving forward with positive energy. And I think she was big for us last year. I think she's big for us again this year.
She told us that obviously someday she wants to be in the sports journalism world is what she's studying for. So you think that's maybe a good career choice for her?
I think anything with in front of people would be great for her. She's very articulate. She speaks very well. She understands sports, and just a genuinely likable person. So to me, you see her on the camera, you're going to like her. You hear her, you're going to like her, and I think that's a great quality to have.
Coach, coming back to kind of talking about a young team, beginning of the season we saw the growing pains, and now you guys have really found a nice groove, on 6 straight wins. What's been working for you? What's the team starting to look like?
Well, I think we've been really positive. I think we've been great teammates during that time. We're sharing the ball better. We're getting the ball. We're having a lot of production from different areas. I think we've bought into how we need to look defensively. Our defense has gotten a ton better, and I think the overall theme was our players didn't give up on who we can be, and they kept believing and kept working towards it. So I'm just really proud of the improvement, and it's a daily improvement now. They're still trying to get better each week, and that's fun to see.
Danielle, there was about a 12-minute span there in the first half. You guys went on a 21-5 run. Really seemed to have them going deep into shot clocks. Can you just talk about the effort defensively there?
Yeah, we definitely had a little bit of a rough start to begin, but then once we kind of settled down and really guarded, I think that's kind of what fuels our offense, and that's something that we talk about a lot. And so I think we just decided to get down and actually guard, and that led to great things offensively.
This is the second time at home this year that you all have not made a three-pointer in the game, that you had 44 points. In the paint. 44 points in the paint, though. Talk about how maybe this is a little bit different style than Lady Bears fans are used to in the past, but it's just as effective.
Yeah, we have some really great post players. We have great ones right here. And so any way we can get it in and utilize that, it opens up a lot of other options, whether they're the ones scoring it, whether or not they can kick it out for the three. Clearly, we didn't have any threes tonight. But definitely utilizing our post a lot has been very beneficial for our team this year, and it just opens up a lot of options for us.
Speaking about using your post, this is another game where you guys are out-rebounding teams, and you've been doing that completely all season. What's been working for you guys to get better position on the ball?
We use a lot of blockout drills in practice, and so that's really beneficial in games. And just the fact that we all want the ball, we want the offensive rebounds, we want the defensive rebounds, and just to get it and score, so it really helps.
How much has that been an emphasis for you, Jasmine, making an effort to get the ball inside and get good shots, in the paint as much as possible?
It means a lot to me when they pass it into me, because I hope they trust me that I will go up, and if I don't go up, I trust them that they'll be ready for a pass out three or anything like that, so just really paying for it.
Jasmine, how have you kind of noticed the difference in intensity so far in the 3 Valley games? You've kind of been battling down low in each of these 3 games, putting up some good rebounding numbers. What feels different about the conference games so far?
I'd say that the girls are a lot more physical. I mean, non-conference, they were physical, they were bigger schools too, but I feel like everyone's just going and going and going. Like, kind of in non-conference, people would stop, chill, and you could rest or whatever on the, not really on the court, but like on offense or defense. But like, we're just going and going, like, there's no stopping, and it's really, I guess, overwhelming, but at the same time, I'm adjusting pretty well, so.
Why does that make you play better?
In high school, I played with a really high upspeed team. Yeah, upspeed team, and so like, I feel it's gonna make me better as we keep going on and like, ready for future seasons and 4 years to come.
Danielle, as a senior, what have you noticed the most in the 6-game winning streak with the growth of this team?
I think I said this kind of last time, but I feel like obviously we love winning, and that does kind of like, okay, like we're actually winning what we've been doing in practice, kind of like what the coach has been talking about, like it's finally like paying off and really showing. And so I think that kind of helps us to continue to push harder every day in practice. And I feel like everything is kind of like coming together and continuing to come together. So that's kind of what I've noticed in the past 6 games.
Danielle, we heard Kelly say on the radio that if she wanted to get to 100 wins faster, she would have scheduled differently. Obviously, as a senior, you've been here for a lot of those wins. What does it mean to you to get Kelly that 100th win?
It's definitely very exciting. I feel like for coaches, that's just a huge accomplishment, and it's been, I guess, an honor to be a part of that. But she knows she's so competitive, and she's not going to schedule us against bad teams or against bad teams. Like, she wants us to compete. She wants us to go out there, play good competition, and honestly, that's what's going to get us ready for the end of the season and continue to like make us better players.
And Jasmine, for you in that non-conference schedule, as the team is going and those close losses, the overtimes, were you kind of wondering what you were getting into, or did you know that Kelly had a plan and this plan is now, as you see, paying off?
Yeah, I kind of knew what I was getting into, but I wasn't expecting that much. But at the same time, I'm ready. I'm prepared for it. Like the weight that she not really tries to put on me, but that's on me, and that my team depends on me and I depend on them. So it just really works out, and I mean, I'm ready.